Okie dokie, folks, and we are live again for another live session. Let's just check if we're live on all the channels. Let's see what's happening. Are we live? Are we live? Let's give a minute or two to see if anyone else joins us live for this lesson. Today it's all about how to craft and optimize your landing pages for success and make some money. All right. And we're live. Fantastic. So we're live on YouTube, in the group, Facebook, of course. So let's see if anyone joins right now. And we start in a few seconds. Okay. I hope so. You guys have a great week so far. And you tried and you implement some of the lessons we done before because they're game changing and they come with from ton of experience and among crazy amount of money of ad spent in generating data before I come with these conclusions and talking to you. Okay, I think we can start. So welcome to another live lesson, guys. Today is all about how to craft high converting landing pages. So we have several topics to talk today about, and I hope so. This really gonna change the way you see advertising, the way you see marketing yourself. Uh, I'm sure that this lesson today is going to help you a lot become better marketeer, because most of you guys are not making enough money or having enough clients, not because you're not good at what you do, but because you don't know how to market yourself like the pros do. And that's why I'm here. That's why I have this free group. That's why I share all the knowledge I generated over a decade of doing this work for very big names in the industry. And I'm here to share it with you for free. So as I mentioned, today we talk about landing pages. So I want to start first why landing pages are important and why having good conversion rate with your landing page is crucial for your business. And this applies to any niche and any kind of business. Even though this group, and we're specialized here more for coaches, freelancers, and people who sell online services, but most of the things we're going to talk today about, they also apply even if you're an e-commerce store, even if you sell stuff online on Etsy or on whatever, is the same principles. But again, we are more focused to coaches and freelancers and selling online coaching as the biggest industry in the online world. So let's dive in right away into why landing page conversion matters. First of all, if you had the chance so far to play in the ads manager of Meta and you try to select create any kind of ads, specifically if you try to create lead campaigns, right, with lead ads, you will very often see there is a option to drive leads through a form, so it keeps the leads into the native platform without abandoning the platform and sending them to a landing page or a website. You also seen there are a lot of ads that you can run directly to WhatsApp. You can run ads that try to make people send you a direct DM in Facebook or Instagram, WhatsApp, all the Meta platforms. You might see there are many different options, as you can see, to generate a lead with your ads. So even though many of these options might and probably will deliver lower cost per lead, if imagine you're in an ideal situation when you create an amazing ad, an amazing value proposition, an amazing offer, like people are just dropping off the chairs when they see your offer. There is a trick about that. Um, when you drive people or leads directly to a landing page, a good landing page, let's make very clear distinction there, you're going to be getting more informed leads. So let me give you more clarity on that. So if you see an ad that leads to a form into the Instagram platform, for example, so you see the ad, you click on it, a form pops up, you're still in the Instagram platform, sounds amazing. They're not abandoning the mother platform. They give you all their details and your leads are cheaper. The reason for that is because it's way easier to become a lead when you're using the custom forms into the platform that keeps people in the mother platform. But what you don't get is highly informed leads. So if you send people to a good landing page with a lot of information, with very well explained offer, once somebody become your lead, they become they are a more informed lead. They know more about you, they know more about your business, they know more about what they are getting rather than single just very quick form. So now if your advertising agency or your guru or some whatever teach you leads, their purpose is to deliver you give you cheaper leads as possible just for the sake of it so they can be seen as a great addition to your business, or they just get paid for another month, that's all right. But when we talk about the quality of the lead, this is a business decision. Do you want cheaper lead or do you want slightly better lead for a little bit more money? But that's not always the case. A good landing page can be even better than a form, right? This is just relatively speaking. So one thing I've learned over experience, when I'm driving leads, specifically leads to a landing page, I'm getting more informed leads. People who know more who we are, what do we do, why are we doing it. So when they come on sales calls or we start conversations with them, they're way more likely to respond positively. Another thing why landing pages are a great tool for your business if they're optimized properly is they bring clarity to your offer. In one single page, you can show people who you are, how do you do things, what is your success rate, what they should expect if they work with you. You can have a lot of testimonials. You can give them clarity to your offer. You can have you can give them basically every information they need to know before they jump on a sales call with you. And once they come, you can basically, even in your landing page from the beginning, if you know your customers really well, you can tackle most of their objections even before they become a lead. So you can knock down a lot of the no's they might give you while on the sales call directly with your landing page. And that's not an easy task to achieve. And one more thing, why optimizing and really focusing more on your landing page rather than your ads is with one single change on your landing page, you can triple your profits. Like your business can skyrocket just with a single change. Your ads can get 5 times cheaper, your profits can go 3 times high with a simple tweak. And I'm witnessing this very often with our clients, with the people I coach. And putting a lot of focus on your landing page is really, really crucial, because the job of the ad or of your post organic is the same. Ad is just a post that goes viral. The job is to grab the attention from the person watching it and sends them to the destination. In this case, your destination is your landing page, right? So the job of the ad is buying the click. If the ad gets you the click, the ad is doing an amazing job. But if you're not getting the leads, or you're not getting desired cost per lead, or you're not getting desired quality of a lead, the problem is your landing page. Most often, it's not your ads. And if you might have a great ad, fantastic ad, but when people click that ad, they come to a page that doesn't talk to them, doesn't reflect the desires, doesn't reflect the outcomes they're looking for. It doesn't tell them why they should work with you. Then you're going to lose your leads. So basically driving people from your ad directly into a brick wall. And they're like, eh. So that's why today we have this free lesson where we're going to talk about 3 tools how to optimize your pages like the pros do. I do this every day. I optimize pages for myself and our clients all the time. And the results are insane. Most of the time while you're on the internet, you're going to hear a lot of the gurus talking about split testing and this and that, but they don't really tell you how to do that properly. And that's why we're here today. So today we're going to tell many things you can do to optimize your landing pages, right? But today we're going to talk the 3 tools or 3 techniques or 3 strategies, call it the way you want, that I find most important. So number 1, what we're going to talk now is split testing. And if you've been for a while on the internet, into the marketing world, guru world, you probably heard that A/B testing, split testing. So we're not talking here about the way they call it A/B testing. I like to use the term split testing. And what does split testing mean? Split testing means you're getting one page, you split it in 2 with 2 different variables, you divide the traffic 50-50, you decide the time frame, and most importantly, you decide the number of visits that are enough so you can make informed decisions. So now you're going to say, what the hell are you talking about, Ivan? So most of the great platforms today for building funnels, like the 2 ones that I recommend and nothing else, is ClickFunnels, which is my favorite and the one that I use the most and I coach people on. And the other one is Go High Level, right? Which Go High Level kind of borrowed the technology of ClickFunnels and they improved it. But whatever you feel comfortable, you can use anything. I've tried to do this in Kajabi a lot, but Kajabi is just like not good enough, not friendly enough to get quick results. And if they made any changes recently that I'm not aware of, maybe. But these 2 platforms, they took over the world. They took over the coaching business. They took over the marketing world. They took over the sales world because of this simple tool that you can use, and it's called split testing. How do you do split testing properly? So as I said, if you go into the ClickFunnels or Go High Level, go give them a try. If your funnel, let's use a very simple funnel for the benefit of the exercise now, of 2 pages. The first page is the opt-in page, where it's your landing page. When you drive from the ads, you drive people to this page. This page needs to convince people to give their details, and they are sent to a second page, which is a thank you page. Thank you, we're going to give you a call, for example. So how do you do it properly? First thing you need to know is you always test only one element on your page, not on your whole funnel, on your page. So in this case, I said we have 2 pages in our funnel. You do not split test page 1 and page 2 at the same time. That's really bad data, right? And it's really hard to track. So when you decide to split testing, let's say use ClickFunnels, you can go to the landing page. And the first thing, and the most important thing, is the main headline of that page. You can create a copy of the whole page, first page, landing page, and change the headline. And now you have two totally identical pages with just 2 different headlines. And you can divide the traffic 50-50. So as the ad is bringing you people, 50% of the people will be sent to this page, 50% of the people will be sent to the other page. And in a while, the ClickFunnels usually tells you by itself which page performs according to a lot of data. But also you can decide which page, how long do you, sorry, you can decide how long do you want the test to run for before you make decision which page is winning for you. So if you have page A and you have page B, and page A says how to make more money fast, and then you go on page B, you say how to triple your business fast. So now you have 50-50 on both pages. You split the traffic and you let the ads run. And as I mentioned, 50% will go on one side, 50 on one side, and then you will see which one gives you better, cheaper leads, whatever your objective there is. So remember, only one element. Because the reason for that is if you test 3 elements at the same time and one page is winning, right? Then like you don't know why is it winning. Is it the headline? Is it the button? Is it the other video I changed? So your goal is not just to improve the quality of your landing page. Far more important goal is to know if you succeed to improve it, why that happened, or why it's not happening, or is not, why it's not working, or why is it working. Because when you know exactly, then you become unstoppable. You become very powerful because now you're capable of repeating success. But if you have 5 elements at the same time, you have no clue which one moved the needle. So I hope so that makes a lot of sense. As we said, one element only. And I would always start from focusing on the first page. Once I get desired results, I will start focusing on optimizing second page. Now, there is another thing you can also do, but I suggest this if you have a little bit more money to spend on ads. You can create in ClickFunnels specifically, you can create 3, 4, 5 identical pages with 5 different headlines, and you can divide the traffic 20% each. But then you have to take in consideration that it's going to take way longer and more impressions and way more visits, all these pages, to get enough traffic in order you to be able to draw very well informed conclusion of which page with which headline is actually the winning one. You can do that too. But I think 2 pages it's more than enough for most of the cases. And you're testing one element. And how fast this whole process happens, it depends of how much money do you have to spend, how many people you can drive to these pages. Now you would say, well, Ivan, how do you know which page wins, right? So most of these platforms also, they have their own algorithms, and they will give you signals, and they will say, hey, we run this test, we think this page is the one that wins. But I also like personally to do it manually in my own mind. So I have a rule that goes like this: I don't care what the platform tells me only. I also want to give a fair chance to both A page and B page have enough time and enough visits in order for me to draw an informed conclusion. So I recommend on the ad level to have, but bare minimum, 10,000 impressions, 10,000 impressions on the ad level, so 10,000 people to see your ad. And I also expect to have at least 1,000 visits total. 500 visit one page, 500 people visit on the other page before I drew any conclusion. Because I personally believe anything less than 10,000 impressions and 1,000 visits on your page, anything below that is not relevant data, is highly volatile, and it's very difficult to make a conclusion that will drive you to create a control environment where you're in control. 300 visits, it can still be in the realm of luck, getting luck. Things just happen that way. But once you get to 1,000 visits, now the data gets serious. And I'm not saying 1,000 visits per page, I'm saying 1,000 visits in total. So when I do a split test on a page, I don't draw conclusions if I don't have 1,000 visits on that page. And then I will see how much leads I'm getting from those 1,000, what is the conversion rate, etc., etc. So we said one element, 1,000 visits in total, recommendably minimum 10,000 impressions with your ads. And now one very important thing that might sound weird is you need to have an Excel file to know exactly what you do, when do you do it, how do you do it, and why do you do it, right? So this Excel file is pretty simple, and it contains 5, 6 columns. That's how I do it. So column number 1 is date of when do I start this test. Column 2 is what is the change, and I'm writing different headline, and I put the headline I'm testing against which headline, for example, or is it the video, or is it a paragraph on the page. The third column will be what kind of a change am I expecting? What are my expectations from this test? So you don't just split test and like, well, let's see what's worked. No, you need to document your thoughts. Like, what are you? Why are you running this test? Like, what do you expect to happen? Like, because if you don't know and if you don't document what you expect to happen, you are not going to last till the end of your test. You'll be get emotional and you're going to make wrong decisions. So that's column 3. Column 4 will be how many impressions am I going to run. Column 5 will be how many visits I'm happy to wait until I make the decision. So I said minimum 1,000, but you can say, well, we're a big business, we spend a lot of money on ads, we're happy. So 10,000, to make a decision with 10,000 visits is way better than making decision with 1,000 visits, right? 10,000 is way better, more accurate data, bigger data to make decision than 1,000, then 500, then 100. So you want to know, okay, I'm running these tests, and the ultimate truth that I decide to be, according to which one I will make my informed decision, is 100 visits. And because when you do these changes and things don't happen later, is you can say, well, maybe 100 visits were not enough. Maybe I should run this test for 500 visits, right? So you want to document all of this. You need to know what are you doing and why are you doing it, right? And how many visits is a relevant number. So we said column 1, date when the test is starting. Column 2 is what is the change? Okay, I'm changing this headline. I'm testing this headline against that headline. Then you have expectations column, like what do you expect to achieve with this test? Very important. Column number 4 is how many impressions at bare minimum you're willing to run with your ads, because Meta is charging you per impressions, not per results. Column number 5 is what are the minimum website visits that you are going to run this test for, which is kind of your time frame or how long that test should run. And the last one, column 6, will be conversion rate. How many leads am I getting? Which basically means how many visits divided per how many leads, what is the percentage in conversion rate. So if my current conversion rate is 20%, and by this test I increase it to 40%, you might just double the revenue of your business. Like 20 to 40 can be, if your business is, you have a funnel that makes $100 million and you successfully increase the conversion rate on the first page from 20 to 40, that might double and that drive $200,000 in profit for the business. So improving these pages is crucial for your success. And as I said, when I do split testing, I like to go step by step. I want to focus first on the first page as the most important one. And until I get the landing page to a desired level with my test, I'm not wasting my energy, time, brain on fixing 100 problems in the funnel. I'm focusing on fixing the first page. And let me tell you, for in the coaching business industry, if your landing page converts around 20% of visitors into leads, that's the bare minimum, and we say now you're in business. So if it's 20%, you're in business. Anything below 20%, your landing page sucks. Okay, you have to improve that. $1 million funnel, if your page converts 60 to 70%. Anything above that is mission impossible. Okay, so if you build a funnel or a landing page to 60, 70% conversion rate, you'll be a multi-millionaire. So, but how do you do that? Is by really doing it step by step, page by page, and you always focus on one element. Now, the next once you get this right and your page starts perform better and better and better, as I said, you can triple, quadruple your business profits by improving the landing page, the first thing people see in your business. But once you get to 40, 50% conversion rate, then it's getting way harder to get to 55%, to 60%, to 62%. And at this point already you should be driving a lot of traffic, you should be getting a lot of leads, you should be doing a lot of business, getting a lot of clients. Your ad spend is going up, you're driving way more people. And moving the needle to the next level, it gets harder. And that's the truth. So here is where we start implementing other tools as well. Not that you cannot use these tools before, but I would not bother with them until I have a landing page that's bare minimum 40% conversion rate. Then I would think about, okay, what else? Another tool that I really like to use is using heat maps and tracking consumers' behavior on your pages. So if you've been in the industry quite long enough, you probably heard about Hotjar and heat maps. And Hotjar is a very, very powerful tool. It's not cheap though, where once you install it in your pages, you can actually track which section of your page people are spending the most time and which section of your page people are spending the least time. So what you can do here is you can take that section that might be in the middle of your funnel, the middle of your page, sorry, and you can see that people are spending the most time there. Maybe you should move it up where people can see it first. And if you have a red zone in that heat map, that means like that section doing fantastic job and you don't need to change it. And then you focus on the blue, pale parts of the page that tells you like, no, these sections do not take any attention of the people, so they're useless. How can I improve them? And then you go back, well, thanks to the heat map, I can see where the action is. Now I want to go and split test the weak parts of my page and improve them to take my page to the next level. And this is a very powerful tool. As I said, it's not very cheap. I can't remember how much exactly it is, but it's an extremely powerful tool. Once you're doing split testing, everything's work fine, you're improving, and at one point, like, okay, like the page is not getting better. I think I already got the right headlines, I have amazing video, people are clicking, but how do I move the needle for another 10-15%? This is why heat maps come in place. The other great tool in Hotjar, beside the heat maps, is user behavior tracking. So you can basically, Hotjar records every single lead. How do they move on your page with their mouse? What are they scrolling? What are they seeing? What are they watching? When do they drop off? Like, it's insane, beautiful tool that can, if you sit down and watch every interaction, every possible visitor have with your website, you can really see in another level what works on your page and what is not working on your page. And you can use this data to go and say, now I know which section, again, according to the heat map, according to these recordings, according to how people behave on my page, I can go back and now do meaningful split testing, not just let's split test a headline. No, now you know what exactly you need to split test in order to move the needle for another 5-10%, because 10% conversion rate is a lot. If the business is generating $1 million a month, 10% is additional 100K in the bank by running a simple test. Like, it sounds so easy to achieve, and yet so many businesses don't even pay attention to it. They're focusing on how they can hack the ads and the machine. Like, the ads, they're the easiest part of the equation. Fixing what happens after the ad is the hard part. And again, go and check Hotjar and heat maps and user behavior tracking with them. I'm sure now there are other tools similar to Hotjar that maybe I'm not aware because I haven't researched enough, because I'm just using the tools I used for a long time. And now we come to the last part of how to optimize your page. So we talk about why landing page conversion matter. We talk about split testing and how to do it right. We talk about heat maps, Hotjar, and users' behavior. How do they behave on pages? And now we're going to talk about value proposition optimization, or how to use copywriting to communicate your offer really well, so your visitors on your page are more likely to become a lead or a purchaser. Copywriting is everything. Like, the way you position, the way you write is what's gonna make the big difference in the end. If you have a well optimized value proposition, if your offer is well demonstrated, if the outcomes of that offers are well demonstrated on your page, you will have informed leads who actually buy from you. If your value proposition is not communicated well, if your offer is not communicated well, if your copywriting is poor and you're using words like how to skyrocket your revenue, all you're going to have is confused leads, and confused leads don't buy. So it's very important what kind of language are you using and how to communicate your offer. So I'm going to give you now some value bombs here, value tips about how do you write. And when you do split testing, what am I writing? What am I split? How do I do this split testing, right? Not just the mechanical side of things, but how do I do it in writing? One very important thing that I see that a lot of new coaches, freelancers, people who try to sell online are doing it is they focus more on the features and benefits rather than outcomes and desires. Now I'm going to say something that it might feel people feel weird about it, but remember this. I'm going to say this now, and I'm going to say it many times afterwards in my content, in my lessons, and this is the only truth. When you have an ad bringing on a complete cold person out of the internet to your wall, so you're absolutely nobody. You're a person that runs an ad. Ivan sees the ad. Ivan comes to your page for the first time ever. Ivan has no clue who you are. In this specific moment, you and your expertise are not important. Let me say it again. At this particular moment, you and your expertise are not important. And you might say, Ivan, what the hell are you talking about? Well, thank you for asking. Let me tell you. In this particular moment, in this first impression, all Ivan or your prospect or your lead or your potential customer wants to see on that landing page is themselves. They want to see themselves. They want to see their problems. They want to see their desires. They want to see fix to their problems. They want to see how can do you understand their problem? Do you understand their desires? Or are you just going to tell them, well, I'm very smart and I know how to do this. So let me tell you, like, just buy my program and I'll solve your problems. Hi, Alicia. I have comment there. So you want your landing page to talk about them. Again, remember that your landing page should talk about them. So let me give you an example. Like customers, your leads, they have problems, they have desires, and they have expected outcomes. You should give them the outcomes and talk about their desires, not about future and benefits of your product, because people don't buy products, they buy outcomes. Here is an example, okay? This is a bad example landing page main headline, okay? This is a bad example. 4 marketing secrets to boost your business fast. Now, let's talk about why is this a bad example. So, like, hey, it's 4 marketing secrets to boost your business, find out, etc., right? Well, let me tell you a very simple example. Nobody woke up today and they said, "Oh, I need 4 marketing secrets to boost my business," right? Like, you always have to put yourself in the shoes of the business owner. Like, nobody woke up and says, as I said, "Oh, I need 4 marketing secrets today," right? So now it makes sense. Now, let me give you a great example for the same offer, just a different headline, a great landing page headline. Follow me now. Learn how to become the number 1 expert in your local area and beat your competition. Well, a lot of business owners woke up today and they say, I wish I'm doing better than my competition. And if they're a local business, they're like, I wish I'm better than all these other competitors than mine. But I didn't wake up saying I need 4 strategies to, to kaboom my business. No, they did not. But they woke up wanting to be number one expert in the area and being better than their competition. So this is just one example to understand how important it is to be able to communicate the desired outcome. As you can see, bad example for marketing secrets to boost your business is focused on like features, like hey, we have like secrets to help you, while the great example is focused on the outcome. Hey, you're going to be a number one expert in your local area and you're going to beat your competition. These are two huge outcomes and desires that business owners want. And if I tell them I'm going to give it to them, they're most likely to talk to me rather than tell them I have a secret. I hope so. This example was really good and it helps you to understand how important this is. And trust me, like this can quadruple your business, your outperformance. Like it's so important to dive into this and do it right, the right way. And remember, I'm going to say this one more time. All that matter is, what do your leads, people, prospects want? Not who you are, not what you have to offer, but what do they want? What do they want to achieve? And how can you help them? Right? And I hope so. All of this is very helpful to you. Please don't hesitate to reach out and ask any questions you have. And if you need help with your funnels, with your landing pages, ads, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm always here for you. That's why I created this free group so I can coach people for free so they avoid bad advice. And trust me, 99% of the advice on the internet is terrible. And it's given by people who don't care about your business. And if you think you want to take your business to the next level and you want to have a quick chat with me and my team, please follow the link is somewhere here. Book a call. We want to have a friendly chat to see what are you doing, what kind of business you are in, where you are, and to see if we can actually help you at this moment. And if we cannot, we'll just give you some valuable tips how to get to that next level when we can really help you. So I hope so all of this really helped you. Again, if you want to have a chat, find the link. If not, I wish you all the best. And again, feel free to ask questions in the group. Ask as many questions you have. Send me a DM. I'm always here. I'm addicted to this stuff. So yeah, let's have a chat. And I hope so you have success and may the sales be with you. I'll see you on the next lesson next week.